Alright, first video ever made because I'm tired of overthinking it and taking too long to actually just start. So I'm just gonna start with a little self-introductory, since I already thought about a little rough outline, but I didn't want to spend the next 30 minutes worried about what I'm gonna say exactly, because that's what I have a tendency to do. So I just decided to start it. So I'm Dimitri Johnson. I'm a 19-year-old male who's looking to improve his life through various ways of self-improvement, with using exercise, learning business, and truly, like, the main goal that's important to me is just finding myself, because I feel like I'm a very unsure, unknowing person. Like, for me to have lived my whole life, you know, you would think you would know your purpose, but I don't know my purpose right now. So I'm really, truly trying to figure it out right now. It's not an easy process, obviously. It takes people many years, sometimes people their whole lives, to find their process. But by me making this channel, I'm hoping to help others along on their journey. I know that's one thing I'd like to do, and of course make a business off it too. Like, if I can make a business off something that's truly enjoyable and helping someone, why would I not want to do it? Like, one of my biggest inspirations is Hamza, obviously, as many people's probably are. I have the book he recommended here right behind me, The Way of the Superior Man. That's what I'm going to try to read afterwards, hopefully, because he's just a very real and down-to-earth person. And he makes himself so relatable and vulnerable that is very easy to get behind him and follow him. That is one problem I feel most self-improvement YouTubers have, is that they seem unreachable and hard to attain from where you are. They seem too perfect. They seem like they're at a point where you couldn't even get close to, like, relating yourself to them, not even the slightest. But Hamza is a very vulnerable person, which makes him very personable, and that's the most important thing about building an audience. You want your audience to feel connected and real. They want you to feel like you're acting yourself, and I hope I'm coming off that way too. I might seem a little trash right now because, you know, my first video ever recorded, and I really have to think hard about this since I'm doing it on the fly. But yeah, let's talk about me now. Let's talk about my goals. I literally just took some time to think right there. My goals, primarily, like I said earlier, even though I kind of went over it, is to improve my health, make wealth, and the biggest one, to find my purpose. But those are bigger goals that are overarching. I'll spend years chasing that. The main goals I want to take care of now, like the main goals I'm truly focused on right now, is one, improving my focus. Right before this, I was watching Hamza's video on flow state. That is a very important video. Listen, if you agree with anything I'm saying in these videos, realistically, please go listen to Hamza. He is a very insightful person, in my opinion. He's been doing this for a lot longer, but by me existing, I am trying to help people who are in a similar position to me. So if you are anything like me, I'm been working out very inconsistently for about 2 years. I have trouble finding a diet to stick to. I really, like, go out my way. I'm only 19. I started working a job recently, so I'm sure I can figure that out at one point. And that I have trouble doing the task or quitting habits I know I shouldn't do. Like, trying to read is difficult for me. I really have trouble focusing. That's why I was watching the video on focus. And working out could be hard for me too. And I struggle with not masturbating as well. Like, NoFap is a series event where you're gonna relapse. It's gonna happen, but you need to find the symptoms why and why you're truly doing these things. Like, you really have to dig deep into yourself. But it's really a mess. All right, so I just completely lost my train of thought. My little sister came down here. This is the only place I can get a quiet place to think and produce videos. That's why I do it down here. But I completely lost my train of thought. But I know I was thinking as I was going up the stairs that I'm going to stop talking about Hamza so much. I mean, he really is a big inspiration and help to me. And I really do agree with everything. He's not everything. No one agrees with everything someone says. But for the most part of what he says, I think the most of the stuff he says is a great advice to follow in life. Like, for me personally, I just feel like I'm not changing. I'm trying hard to follow all these habits and to make a goal for myself, but I keep truly giving up too easily. I feel like I'm definitely not trying as hard as I could be, and I couldn't tell you why. I really do genuinely have a desire to change my life, but at the same time, through my actions, I'm not showing it so much. Like, and I'm trying to really make that a change for myself. Like, recently, I literally not broke up with a girl, but I distanced myself from a girl. I'm literally not going to talk to her for 3 months because I found her to be a distraction to me. Not because I hate her or anything, but she truly was impeding on my mental, I feel, somehow. We're in a weird little situationship, and it might seem rash just to cut her off for 3 months, especially since I care for this girl somewhat, but I feel the space might be really good for me. I pledged myself to make a change and do some of my goals in 3 months. I literally, at this point, I want it so bad that I'm going to this extreme of level, which might be a lot, but I feel like you have to find what pushes and motivates you the most, realistically. Not motivates you, what makes you desire to change the most. Motivation is a fickle thing. It'll come sometimes, it won't come others, and it'll only give you a short burst to chase after what you actually want. So what you truly need is discipline. Motivation is something you want to do, so it doesn't take that much discipline. But the second you run out of motivation, discipline's all you have left. And you don't have enough. If you don't have enough discipline, then it won't matter. Your discipline will not be able to help you chase towards your goals. So I'm literally gonna monotonously focus on my goals the next 3 months. My 3 main goals I want to get accomplished too, not the bigger ones like my life purpose, earning wealth, building a body. Of course, that's going to be part of it. I'm going to be working slowly towards that as I'm going along. But the 3 goals right now: getting my driver's license. I've been putting that off ridiculous way too long. And you might be like, well, that's not really self-improvement. And it might not be, but I feel like putting down any type of goal that takes time to get after. Well, actually, no, I can consider that self-improvement because that's going to bring quality to my life. The ability to drive will bring lots of value to my life. It'll make everything a lot more convenient, like commuting, if I need to do anything in particular, get to a place. Yes, that will actually help my life greatly. So I can't consider that improvement, especially since I need to study for that. I need focus, which is one thing I'm still working on too. I started meditating. I meditated a couple minutes before this. And since I'm still relatively new to it, the effects don't last as long as I want. But in some moments, I truly do feel calm. You feel this emptiness in your head, but not like you're not thinking at all. But, well, you aren't thinking, but yet you're aware of everything at the same time. It's truly a blissful feeling. So if you haven't meditated, please try it. Download Medito, Medito, on the App Store, and just try meditating. Trust me, I was a person who never thought meditating would be worth nothing. Like, I was really against it at first. But you really just have to swallow your ego and your preconceptions and be open to things. I'm an open person, and I still didn't think that would be a good idea. So if you consider yourself to be an open person and don't think it's a good idea, do it. I don't care. And if you've thought of the idea of meditation as well, just do it. Trust me. Download Medito. Follow one of the beginner courses. I'm telling you, you'll feel the change if you truly commit yourself to it and give it a chance. I like how I went completely off side tangent, just talking about just getting my driver's license. But actually, I don't even have that many goals right now, I guess, and that's my main one right now. Well, besides, yeah, so getting my driver's license, working out more consistently. My workouts have been very inconsistent and unruly. When I used to follow an app, I used to be a lot better at actually tracking them. I would stay on course and on track. But now, since I've been trying to do my own things without following a specific course, I find it a lot harder. Like, I know sometimes you don't need a routine specifically exactly to follow to work out, but I find that it truly helps me. So the most important thing is finding something that works for you. You have to evaluate all your experiences of your failures and your successes. Those all add up. You need to be aware of all of them and think back and reflect. That is the most important part about self-improvement, in my opinion. Self-reflection. If you can't go back on anything you used to previously believe or do and find and figure it out, strip it down to the last detail, then I don't feel like you're getting the most you can be getting out of your progress. Reflection really makes the process easier, and you should always try to do it. Now, what do I think will work for me or other people personally? Routine. Routine definitely helps. You have to incorporate it into some type of routine. It's a lot easier to be disciplined when you fall into a routine. When you start making something a consistent habit every day, it becomes streamlined. You'll be able to do it like it's part of your everyday task. So just waking up, going to the bathroom, maybe taking a shower, working out. If that's how you like it, then you need to do it like that. You have to find what works for you. And my third goal, stopping the bad habits, such as masturbation. That is the only real big problem for me. I don't do drugs, don't do alcohol. I really don't even eat junk food that much. I just don't eat a super clean diet as I should be. But I'm going to talk about some of the things that I find gives me success when I am trying to not masturbate. One thing you have to find out is what leads you to it. That is the main important cause to find out. What step actually gets you to masturbation? For me personally, I wake up in the morning, I grab my phone, I scroll for a while, I eventually get up and go to the bathroom, and then that's when I masturbate, when I'm in there. I've been doing it for long enough to where that's a habit for me that I have to break. So you have to find some way to change it. For me, it's simply just not bringing my phone into the bathroom. If I don't do that, I'll have no worries. I won't think about it. And truly, I don't need my phone in the bathroom, so I'm not losing out on anything. And of course, people only masturbate because of another cause, a disconnect in intimacy or a feeling of loneliness. There's no real benefit to masturbating. There isn't, no matter what any of your doctors say or anything like that. But if you're on self-improvement, you probably know it. It only hampers your mental. It makes you feel worse. It makes you feel shameful. And shame, in studies, is proven to be one of the worst and hardest emotions a person can feel. So there's no point in putting yourself through it. And I'm gonna be real, I did it this morning. And am I happy with it? Of course not. But I realized that it's all part of the journey and that eventually that won't be a problem for me. So I'm not truly worried about that. Now, dieting. Dieting's a very hard thing. See, I live in my family, so when you have someone who cooked for you, it's a lot harder to sanction how the food goes around. But you really just have to get involved. If you care enough, you have to find something that you'll eat. Like for me, it'd probably be chicken and rice. I have a whole 20-pound bag of rice over there that I'm planning to use. And you literally just have to start cooking. Like, it's as simple as that. I personally don't enjoy cooking a lot, but I'm willing to cook because cooking is a very important thing. And if I actually meal prepped every day, like if I cooked all in one day and planned it out throughout the week, that would make my dieting so much easier. I wouldn't have to think. I would just have to make my food, put it in the fridge, heat it up when I want to eat it, and then eat it. That would make my life a lot more streamlined. So yeah, I'm probably going to end it here since I have no more real topics I want to talk about right now. But I'm making this YouTube channel as a guideline for myself and to hold myself accountable. So like I said, that girl I talked about earlier, I'm not going to talk to her for 3 months because I want to make some significant change. And it has nothing to do with her realistically, but for me personally, I want to see myself achieve these things over the next 3 months. So I started the 3-month break on August 9th. So by November 9th, I should have practically all my goals done and be in a better place than I am now. Now for uploading, I don't know how consistently I would like to upload, but I would try to upload at least once a week. A once a week check-in to show people my progress and maybe expand on some topics you guys might ask me in the comments, whatever you want to see my insight on, or if you have any personal problems that you might be experiencing that I'm probably going to be experiencing as well, like issues of following any habits or breaking anything, I can go more in depth in another video. So please comment below whatever you think your main problem is, and I can try to talk it over. So yeah, this is the channel to hold me accountable and hopefully improve my life greatly in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed the video if you watched it all the way through. I know that was very rough, guys. I apologize, but do the hard work, especially when you don't want to do it. No trademark to Hamza.